Hi Teddies, welcome to the Hilda Club, the ultimate club for girly nerds and boys, a place for all things fun. I'm Hilda, and as the weather gets colder and the holidays start to kick in, I always find myself craving cozy games that feel gentle, low stress, and easy to slip into after a long day of work. I love games that let me go at my own pace, games that feel comforting, relaxing, and give you just the perfect amount of a dopamine hit. So I pulled together 10 cozy Nintendo Switch games from my collection that are perfect for winter break. Now, I'll admit, these games have been around for quite a while, but they all have a unique cozy charm to them that I don't want people to forget about. I feel like these don't get talked about enough, and I always find myself returning to them. So let's jump into it. First, we have Here Comes Niko, a cozy 3D adventure platformer for tired people. That's literally how they describe it, which is so funny and honestly very accurate. And you'll play as Niko, traveling across scenic islands, making new friends, catching fish, solving little puzzles, and much more. The whole premise is that you apply for a job at Tadpole Incorporated as a professional friend, and your task is to visit a bunch of islands and help everyone you meet. And yes, your boss is a frog who wears a tie and is named Pepper. Isn't that so silly and cute at the same time? You'll meet a fun cast of animal characters and help them catch fish, make art, or just listen to their worries. This game is so laid back and quirky. Some of the dialogue is so funny, and I absolutely love the art style. It's so simple but adorable, and I had such a fun time playing it. It's one of those games where you just wander around, help people, and feel good. Next, we have Hokko Life, a simulation game with Animal Crossing vibes. You step into the cozy, quiet town of Hokko, which needs your help to turn it into a charming little community. One of the coolest features is the crafting and design system. You can create new furniture, mix paint colors, design wallpaper and flooring, and even customize clothing items. You get full creative freedom in shaping your town exactly how you want. You also get your very own farm to grow vegetables and sell whatever you produce. The music is so peaceful. You can spend your days crafting, designing, building, and the whole experience feels relaxing. Although I will say this isn't at the level of Animal Crossing. The animal characters can be a little odd sometimes, and the graphics are not the best. It can be a bit glitchy too, but if you're looking for something new to try and don't mind a more slower paced game, then I'd recommend checking it out. It's currently on sale on the Nintendo eShop for $3.99 until December 22nd, so definitely worth it for that price. Next is Story of Seasons Friends of Mineral Town, a farming simulation game that's a reimagining of the original Harvest Moon game that was released back in 2003. I played this game through its entirety on the Game Boy Advance, and I absolutely fell in love with it. It was my first tasting of farming sim games, and I enjoyed it so much that when I saw it was being re-released for the Switch, I was so excited. It was definitely a stroll down memory lane, spending hours caring for my livestock, crops, and creating relationships with all the townsfolk. It has all the key elements of a farming sim that you love, where you inherit your grandfather's farm and now you need to nurture it back to life. You grow crops, cook meals, raise livestock, participate in festivals and holidays, go fishing, get married, and start a family. This is the definition of cozy gaming, and you'll have hours of fun playing it this winter. Next, we have Unpacking, a puzzle simulation game where you unpack someone's belongings at different stages of their life to learn their story. You get to experience 8 house moves where you pull possessions out of boxes and fit them into a new home, from a single bedroom to an entire house, and the best part is there are no timers, no scores, so you can enjoy every little detail and take as much time as you like, and along the way you get to piece together the character's story through the items that come with them to each new home. My favorite part is how peaceful it makes you feel and how nostalgic the entire experience is. It's the perfect game for those evenings where you just want to wrap yourself under a warm blanket and disconnect and have some fun. Next is Donut County, a puzzle game where you play as BK, a raccoon who swallows up his friends and their homes with a giant hole in the ground. You explore each character's home, their unique environment, and move the hole to swallow objects, making it grow each time. The goal is to devour everything, literally, until the whole county is gone. It's short, it's sweet, it's funny, and the dialogue will make you laugh. And I had such a blast playing this quirky little game, and it will make you smile in the sweetest way possible. It's perfect for a lazy afternoon when you just want something charming and easy. Then we have Stray Cat Doors, a puzzle adventure game where you guide a little girl through dreamy storybook levels by solving gentle puzzles and finding clues hidden in each scene. The gameplay is slow and calm, and every stage felt like flipping through a soft illustrated diary. The cozy part comes from how peaceful it all feels. There are no timers, no pressure, just quiet problem solving in a world filled with pastel colors, comforting music, and little emotional moments that will warm your heart. I had such a unique experience playing this game, and although it was short, it was quite satisfying and enjoyable. Next is Miitopia, an RPG where you build a cast of Mii characters and take them on a silly, lighthearted adventure to defeat the Dark Lord who steals people's faces. You can assign your Mii characters jobs like chef or warrior, complete quests, battle silly monsters, collect treasure, and build friendships. The entire game has this goofy, charming energy, but nothing ever feels high pressure. It's the kind of game where half of the joy is just watching your Mii characters interact in the cutest ways possible. You can also befriend a horse who becomes your loyal partner and joins your journey. I had a really fun time playing this one, and it has all the cozy vibes you need to have a good time. Now, if you've never played a point-and-click game, you're in for some fun because next on the list is the Deponia Series, a hand-drawn point-and-click adventure game set in a quirky world made entirely of junk. You play as Rufus, a chaotic but somewhat lovable troublemaker who is trying to escape the world of Deponia. You solve puzzles, fix odd machines, and navigate through silly, over-the-top situations to help Rufus on his journey. It's very funny, and you'll secretly fall in love with many of the weird characters you'll meet along the way. I do admit some of the puzzles can be quite challenging, but for the most part, you feel like you're watching a funny animated movie and go at your own pace. There are 4 games in this series: the first game Deponia, Chaos on Deponia, Goodbye Deponia, and Deponia Doomsday. And a few years ago, they announced a new game called Surviving Deponia, and according to the Steam page, it's set to release in 2026. I couldn't find too much about the game other than it's positioned as a standalone survival game and not a point-and-click game. The core gameplay is to gather resources, craft tools, and there looks to be combat as well, so definitely not a cozy game, but I thought it was worth mentioning in case you're interested. Okay, so the next 2 games I have not experienced yet, but they're on my list to play this winter. I picked them because they look so comforting and I'm really excited to dive into them. So first we have Lonesome Village, a puzzle adventure game where you explore a quiet town that's lost all its villagers. You play as Wes, and your job is to climb a mysterious tower full of rooms, puzzles, switches, and little challenges to rescue each villager one by one. As you bring them back, you slowly rebuild the village, unlock shops, and watch the community grow. You can also earn land in the village, build a home, and customize it. You can fish in the lake, grow a garden, and make friends with a variety of cute characters. There's no combat or danger, just exploration and the quiet joy of helping a small community come back to life. It's the perfect cozy game for a cold night in. And last we have Monster Harvest, a farming simulation game with a little twist. You plant crops, water them, harvest them, and mutate them into cute little creatures called planimals. They can join you in battles, explore dungeons, gather resources, and help rebuild the town of Planimal Point. You can farm, collect seeds, craft items, upgrade your tools, decorate your farm, and so much more. I know what you're thinking. This looks just like a Pokemon game, and you're right. It reminds me of the days when I used to play Pokemon Heart Gold on my Nintendo DS, and it's why it's on my list to play. And although there is a battle element to it, it doesn't seem chaotic. I love the aesthetic and feel of this game, so I can't wait to experience it. Of course, there are so many cozy games out there that could have made this list, but I really wanted to highlight the ones people don't talk enough about and share ones I personally played and loved. That said, I can't ignore the cozy icons, the games we all think of when we say cozy. So here are my honorable mentions, a mix of popular favorites from my collection that still deserve their moment. We have New Pokemon Snap, Littlewood, Ooblets, Two Point Campus, Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, A Shore Hike, which I actually played on my Steam Deck before it was ported over to the Switch, and a few that I don't own but are definitely on my wish list. We have Tiny Bookshop, Mineko's Night Market, Cozy Grove, Yonder, Garden Story, A Little to the Left, My Time at Portia and My Time at Sandrock, Witchwood, and Mail Time, which I recently ordered from Super Rare Games and I can't wait to play it. These are all ones most of us know by heart, which is why I didn't spotlight them earlier, but they'll always have a place in any cozy conversation. And with that, we've reached the end of the list. If you played any of these games, please comment them down below, or if there are any that I missed, I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoy content like this, then I welcome you to be a part of the Hilda Bear Club by subscribing and becoming a Teddy member. We do lots of fun things here on this channel. We are a small but mighty community of other girly nerds and boys who love gaming, Disney, reading books, collecting comics, and so many other nerdy hobbies. And I'd love for you to be a part of it. So come join us, and I'll see you next time. Bye!